Hi guys, and welcome back to Pink Peach Finds. If you're new here, I'm Charlotte and I'm a reseller documenting my journey and my finds. Today you join me in Arnold, which is near Nottingham, and we're going to take a look at the charity shops down the high street. This was recommended to me by one of my Instagram followers, so thank you very much to that person. Let's go take a look. As usual, I head over to the menswear section to have a look at the blazers, looking for Harris Tweed, Brook Tavener at reasonable prices. Unfortunately, this section was not that, and those blazers were £15 to £20 each, which is why I put them back. Next we head to the Rainbow shop, which was arguably, I think, the best shop on this strip. It was very reasonably priced and they had some really nice stock, and you'll see me pick up here a couple of serving bowls and dishes, like dessert dishes, and then also some soup mugs, which I'll be listing in the autumn time when the winter chills down a bit. Next we head to Sue Ryder, where we pick up another couple of nice pieces, another good shop on that strip actually. Now I think these glasses were Eternal View by the Johnson brothers, but they were mismatched. There was 4 of one height, 3 of another, and I just didn't fancy pairing out the set on that occasion. Next up is the British Heart Foundation, and I have to say that this was a really disappointing shop. It was absolutely full of clothing. There was no space anywhere for anything else to be put out, and everything on the shelves was overpriced. And finally in Arnold we went to the Lighthouse shop, which had some nice pieces, but there was nothing there that really caught my fancy at that specific day. So after heading to Arnold, we stayed in the Nottingham area and went and had a look at Sherwood, and there was about 5 or 6 charity shops there that we also take a look in. Let's take a look at those. In this first charity shop in Sherwood, you see me pick up some Whittards. I think they were tea tipper or tipper cups. Really collectible, very popular, and one of the things that I found in that first shop in Sherwood. Now from here on out, the finds get very thin on the ground. I visit another 4 or 5 charity shops along the Sherwood strip and really struggle to find anything of significant quality in those charity shops. Now, one of the things I always ask myself when I can't find something, particularly repeatedly across an area or across several charity shops in an area, I ask myself why there isn't the quality in those charity shops. And one of the things I've come to learn over the course of the last few years of reselling is that charity shops that tend to be in areas where parking is limited really struggle. In this case, that Sherwood strip I've already mentioned about the 30 minutes car parking. We only had 30 minutes to actually go shopping, but additional to that, we actually drove up and down Sherwood 4 or 5 times looking for a car parking space. And that, I think, really impedes on donations. We did see one couple dropping off a table and some glassware, but they parked quite far away from, or had to park quite far away from the charity shop they wanted to go to, and were carrying the table with the glassware on top up a hill. And it kind of surmised for me really why you end up on these strips with no donations or limited donations, because people can't park. The other thing I always think about is that people really want donations to be super easy, so you're competing with other donation centres, for example the Salvation Army Donation Centre in Chesterfield, where they have large car parks and staff will actually come out of the shop and help you out of your car with your items. The smaller charity shops on these high streets can't offer that as a service, and consequently they really suffer at the hands of not having the parking. Of course, this isn't to say that there aren't some people who'll go out of their way to donate nice items or quality items to these charity shops, but it's just something that I've observed consistently across my time as a reseller. I'd be really interested to hear from you guys in the comments if you've had the same experience, or if you've had a different experience on high streets. It'd be really interesting to hear from you about that point. It's also always worth bearing in mind that as a reseller you don't always strike gold every time, and that's just part of the process. So on this occasion in Sherwood I visited multiple different charity shops and didn't find any goodies. That doesn't mean that when you revisit on a different day they wouldn't be there, but it was just my experience, and I think I've been to Sherwood another time where I had the same experience as well. Again, I welcome your ideas in the comments about your experience of Sherwood. I'd love to hear that you had a great experience there. That brings us to the end of this video. In total, we spent £35 in Arnold and just £3 in Sherwood, making a total of £38 spent across that day. We did get some nice goodies, particularly from the Arnold area, and there's hopefully lots of profit tied up in those items as well. You win some, you lose some, that's how it goes. If this is the type of content that you like, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This shows me that this is the type of content that you want to see. At the end of this video, on the final screen, you'll see a QR code that you can scan that'll take you to everything else that I do, including my Instagram and my shops. Otherwise, guys, take care. I'll see you soon.